All right, check this out. What you're looking at right now is a homeowner portal, a new category of consumer technology that we think is going to sweep the nation. So just like you have a portal to interact with your doctor's office and your airline and your insurance company and your bank and pretty much everybody, you don't have one to interact with your home, which is just as important, if not more, as all those other things. As an industry, we've done a good job of building search portals, but we have not built the homeowner portal. And what's exciting about that is that this is something that is very useful for people in between real estate transactions. And so it's an opportunity to give services to people that are valuable, maybe long before they actually want to sell and buy, but to put you in position to be their choice when they do. So I'm going to give you a brief demo. There's a few things about this that are really powerful. The amount of data and the quality of data that we have in here is due to the fact that we are invested in by Cotality, the former CoreLogic, who has the best data in real estate, very expensive data. And so anybody who tries to build a competitor to this, if they want to keep up with the quality of what this offers and the intelligence that it offers, they're going to spend millions of dollars a year on the data. First thing I'll draw your attention to is over here under the Build Wealth section. Notice that the home value, nothing unusual about that, but equity, that's unusual. If I click on View More, I see here that, okay, first of all, it's not his estimate. It's his estimate averaged with an Atom Data Solutions AVM, averaged with a Cotality AVM. That's what gives you the average. So there's context around this, but it also knows the mortgage that's on this property and what the balance is. And so it shows the home equity. So already the context around my wealth creating is much more transparent. It actually makes his estimate kind of clumsy when all it has is what my house is probably worth. Then down here, just real briefly, it'll show the different things you could do to improve the property and what it might cost and what it might do in terms of the value of your property. Now, how do they have this data? Remodeling the kitchen. This is data that is derived from companies that provide software to remodeling and contracting companies who use it for estimating. So millions of real estimates that go into what a kitchen remodel in your zip code is likely to cost. And of course, because Cotality has it dialed in really tight on property values and home sales and everything else, it knows what potential property value increases you could see if you have remodeled kitchen. Because Cotality knows that when a home sold, how long ago was it since a permit was pulled for a new kitchen? 20 years? Okay, that thing needs an upgrade. This data point shows you what that value differential could be if it was upgraded. I'll go back to the dashboard, and I want to show you that what's right up here in the center is kind of what I call the honey-do list, right? And how does it know that? Well, let me bring you over to the inventory. Now, under your roof, there are dozens and dozens of appliances and systems and very expensive components that, if you're like me, you don't know a whole heck of a lot about. And so when something goes wrong, you're kind of at a loss. Not so with a homeowner portal from Homeowner AI. Okay, here, what I did is took a picture of my air conditioning system, a picture of the barcode and the serial number and model number, and it recognizes the date of manufacture, the useful life, okay, how much time it's been out there. And so in this case, my failure risk is 2.9 out of 7, pretty good. If this thing breaks, I'm going to get it repaired. I'm not going to replace it. However, if I go down to my dishwasher, this one shows that it's 9 years expected and it's 8 years old. All right, so now when it's not working very well, my question is, do I spend $350 to repair it? Or do I just bite the bullet and replace it? I'm more intelligent because of this. Now, what I'm also doing is I'm going to clean the filter because I haven't really been doing that. I'm going to degunk the door seal, whatever that means, right? So I'm going to degunk the door seal. Maybe I'll give this thing a little extra time, right? And it explains to me why I'm doing it and exactly how to do it. And I actually did this, and my wife was astounded. All right, so I'm going to stop there and just have you see that there's a lot more on this homeowner portal, but it begins with the idea of managing the wealth, and then it also has managing the physical assets of the property. And it's all powerful because of the kind of data that comes in. So if I'm a real estate agent and or I'm a real estate company, and I offer this out to people in my sphere of influence, to customers in my geographic farm, to homeowners in my footprint, if I'm a brokerage and there's 250,000 owner-occupied homeowners in my company's footprint, I want to get them all on one of these. Because here's the key. Everyone's going to have one, pretty much, but nobody's going to need two. So this is a land grab. This is an opportunity to be first and then bring people, occupy the top of that funnel, right? We lament in the brokerage business how we allowed Zillow to get upstream from us. But what's upstream from a search portal? A homeowner portal. You can leapfrog the search portals by getting up into the home ownership side of the world, and then they're with you and they're going to be out of the current. Anybody else that wants to fish downstream is welcome to, but you're going to divert that stream and you're going to put them into your own little happy pond along the side where they're going to be out of the current and they're going to be yours.